guys are live.
Alright, so this is a horror game called Outlast. It's pretty well known. It's an indie game made by Red Barrels. Alexis will be running the all chapters because the game is divided into chapters, and as the game is very glitchy, there's many glitches where you can just completely skip chapters. To combat that, what we decided to do is make an all chapters category where you just have to get a save, checkpoint, in every single chapter, and that's what Alexis will be running. So, Alexis, if you're ready, I'll start the countdown. All right. Uh, three, two, one, go. Okay. So, pretty simple stuff. What she did just there is she jumped to a door, because jumping to things is faster, but we usually don't just jump in general, because there's a little penalty when you land. So if we jump into something and then interact with it, just saves us a tiny bit of time. She's going to be doing some fast animations climbing on the scaffolding because game's a bit quirky. Works like that. She's going to get up on this window. There's a strange hitbox on a piece of glass, so she's kind of just going to clip up on it. She's on some invisible walls now. Kind of strange. Oh, got a bit stuck on the hitboxes. Alright, just a little clip there. What she's going to do is just going to deload the level, because what happens when you vault over that, the game gives you a smaller hitbox. What you can do with that, if you're standing still and jump, what the game will do is just put your head slightly forward, so if you have a smaller hitbox, you can actually just look through the walls, and in some places, like here, you can just deload the level. So she's going to do that to deload it and fall down to the basement here. What she does now is turn on the power. Now, she just pressed that button, but you may have seen, well, where was the animation? That's a cool little thing called an animation cancel. If you click one of those buttons, and it only works on buttons, not levers and all that, and then you press crouch immediately after, it just skips the whole animation, which is really cool. Right, so I'm just gonna turn on the power here. Then next we have a little trick, which I'm personally, I don't even know how it works, but it's just a cool thing to watch. What you'll do is you'll go into a corner and then just kind of use a leaning mechanic, where they're either using Q or E on keyboard, you can lean. So you're gonna do that and just deload the level. Which is a bit strange, but yeah, it works. Yeah, so that skips a few seconds of just walking around. And there's a long cutscene now. Luckily, there's a save, there's a checkpoint here, and that checkpoint, if you do a quit out, which is what she just did, it'll put you right at the end of that cutscene. So that's like, I think, 30 seconds saved, which is pretty good. Now we have the second chapter, Prison, now. First one we just did admin. Cool thing about Prison, there's actually a checkpoint for the next chapter right behind where you start. So you're gonna see her and basically immediately goes to sewers. First, we have a little cutscene time where you kind of just chilling there. She vaulted over that to get a smaller hitbox to get out of this room faster. It saves less than a second. It's just like swag straps, basically. She's gonna try and get on top of this door using a fast strat. There we go. Then she's gonna jump into the checkpoint. There we go, bottom left, you saw the saving. That means she just finished the prison chapter, so that was pretty fast. So now she's into sewers, and just like most things, we're kind of just gonna beeline it to the end of the chapter. So we actually started like halfway through this chapter because of the checkpoint. So what she's gonna do is just get out of bounds first using a door boost. Door boost works basically when opening a door. The game either makes you have a small hitbox if you hold the door, but if you just click it and let it do its thing, it'll just make the door lose collision. So what we do is we make the door lose collision like that, and then we jump out and then jump back into it before it regains collision. That'll make us get boosted to the top of the door, which can be used to get out of bounds. Now, she kind of walked around out of bounds a bit, which was pretty good. Skips quite a bit. And she's jumping through the water. which is kind of strange since jumping is slower, like I said. Or not in water, you actually move really slow through water, unlike that part there. So if you keep jumping, it's actually faster. Doing another door boost to get out of bounds here. Struggling with that bit. It's a bit troublesome. There we go. She's gonna just walk along the walls here, and as you can see down with those stairs, there we go, get the save point, do a quit out, save a little bit of time. Now there's just a little bit of running and then we're at the end of sewers. Sewers is probably one of the longer, one of the longer chapters for all chapters, but that's not the longest. The longest one is kind of painful, as you'll see. So just at the end of here, that's the end of sewers, and we are now in male ward. Do a quit out just to save a second. Now, there's a staircase up here. If you jump while running up a staircase, you'll get a little bit of extra height, so use that to get on this little railing. Jump on the pipe, and she's going to do what we call a male ward skip. What she did, now this is a lot to explain, she jumped into the wall there, it deloaded for a second, and she paused the game just while it reloaded. So then what she did is she moved while she was in the wall and it boosted her to the top, and then she jumped over to a vent. Now she's been doing some uncrouching and jumping and then recrouching. That's because there's a whole floor right above her, and we just move fast a bit until it reloads, so we crouch. She just moved back in bounds, but what she did there, again leaning to make the game completely deload, that works on some walls. Because there's a little bit of the glass wall there that just doesn't have collision. She uses that to skip the whole cafeteria section. Now she's in courtyard.
Oop, do you have a minute for me to read out a donation?
Of course.
So Pablo NR, I hope I said that right, donated $10 and said, "Go, go, go, Alexis. Good luck to you and all the players speedrunning those great games." So we are currently at $150. Just a reminder to everybody that this is a marathon that is raising money for Child's Play. So if you'd like to donate, there is the donation link and the Child's Play link to find out more about the charity we're using for. I'm gonna give it back to Quivers.
Alright. Thank you, Pablo Nana, for the donation. He's from the Outlast community. Good to see you here. But what you just saw Alexis do was a wall ride. When holding open on a door, it actually gives you a smaller hitbox. So what Alexis did was kept the hitbox by keeping on riding along the wall, and because we have a smaller hitbox, you can actually fit through small spaces. So it was one of the longer wall rides, but it actually skipped around half of this chapter, which is really good. Oh, doing a hard ledge jump. She failed it, but that's okay, it is kind of hard. But yeah, that wall ride did save quite a bit of time. And it's much better than the alternative of basically running around the whole chapter. So you're gonna keep on attempting this ledge run, which is interesting. Hopefully she can get it. That was her third try. Come on for a fourth. Oh, she's just gonna go the normal way. Yeah, the ledge run, if you just jump onto the ledge, it tries to push you off, but you can try and, finick around with it. Try and stay on. But it saves quite a bit of time, as this bit is quite slow. But the slower way, it's alright. So next, the big bad guy of this game, Chris, we get him to hit us, which is a bit strange, but going through this crawl space, if we don't get him to hit us, he'll actually just grab us and pull us out, which wastes a lot of time. There's a way to do a strategy without him hitting us, but I won't go into that. So that was courtyard. Now we're on to female ward. As you can see, she just vaulted along something into a wall. That gives you a smaller hitbox, as I said, so he's going to keep riding along the wall to keep the small hitbox. Oh. She alt-tabbed, I see. What happened, Alexis? That's not good. Not sure what happens there. Maybe the game crashed. I guess I'll just keep explaining it. So what she was going to do there, keep riding along the wall. Like I said, what we have called an idle jump. There we go, she's just accidentally closed the game, she's going back in. idle jump. When you're not moving in any direction and you do a jump, the game puts your camera forward a little bit as part of the animation. So if you have a smaller hitbox like she does now, you can sometimes deload the level, as you can see, out of bounds. Now she's going to use that to go deload it and then jump into a further part of the level. Now that's a cool skip. It doesn't save much time. It's kind of like a swag strap, but it's really cool. Now she's going to get another wall ride. This one's kind of weird to get. Sometimes you can get a bad animation like that. She needs to vault over it like that. Turn around as part of that animation lets you see through the wall. And that was the whole of Female Ward. Debatably the worst chapter for some people. For some people the best. But she just completely skipped it, like most in this game. So now she's on to the second last chapter. The last one we'll be doing actual skips on. Called Return to Admin. As if you don't know the game, at the start we came in at admin, and well, now we're back at there. She's gonna turn around so that Chris here won't attack us, and what she's gonna do now is get us do a wall ride, getting a small hitbox on the door. I won't just mess it up. What she will do is, if she won't jump because of some walls, you don't have to do that, but she'll deload the level and get on top of another floor that's just beside this room. She'll use that to then jump into a save point at the start of the lab chapter. Hopefully she can get that. There we go. Oh, bottom left, see if she gets it. There we go, she got the save point. So that is the end of Return to Admin. Now on to Lab. Lab is a bit of a long chapter. I don't have the timer up right now, but I assume we're like maybe 8 minutes at most into the run. That's a rough estimate. That time's basically doubled thanks to Lab, because there's basically no glitches here to actually do. Basically, going through it glitchless, so it's not much to explain, just to watch her play through it. Like I said, jumping to things is faster. She'll be doing that with everything. Maybe I'll see if she can do it. She can show off one of the B-hops. Because B-hops in the game, if you jump on the first frame you hit the ground... There we go, she just did one. If you jump on the first frame you hit the ground, the game actually just gives you a faster jump. Which is called a B-hop, which is, again, frame perfect. We don't allow scroll wheel in our game. So it's really impressive when you do get one. Now, it's not really worth doing it in runs. There's some places where you just try it, just cause. Which will be used later in lab, actually. Little cutscene here. And if I didn't mention it, quit outs, let me explain how they work. So the game gives you checkpoints, and there's set checkpoints around the game. The game has set places that if you quit out of the game, and then go back in to play it again, the game will put you at a specific spot on that checkpoint. So what we can do is, some checkpoints where they put you back doesn't line up with when you actually get the checkpoint. So we can use that to get the checkpoint, do a quit out, and then basically save a bit of time. She's gonna try Wernicke clip, jumping out of this room before the door closes. Oh, she didn't get it. Basically, you jump out through the door before the door closes. It's a really cool trick to watch. She then does a wall ride along the wall. But, cool trick, it saves less than a second, which is a bit interesting. So now we have a bit of a cutscene here, so, Kuna, I don't know if you have anything to say.
Hey, just a reminder to everyone, this is a marathon that we are raising money for Child's Play. Child's Play is a organization that gives children within hospitals, game consoles. Usually, they tend to do handhelds and other, like, consoles like the PS2 whenever that came out originally. Recently they moved onto VR headsets and things like that, so if you'd like to donate, do exclamation mark donate, or exclamation mark Child's Play if you'd like to donate directly to them. And for some of you that need a little bit more incentive, all donations are actually counted for the ability to be a tax write-off. So if you guys would like to also do that, you may.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, some cool stuff there. I might actually donate myself. I'll do that later, not now, but yeah, gotta help the kids. Alright, so this cutscene's almost done. It's a bit boring. Fun fact about the any percent run of this, we've been trying to skip this one cutscene for years. As you can see, Alexis is very mad about this cutscene, as you do, because you kind of just sit there the whole time. The only skip we've discovered about it is that one Wernicke clip that saves less than a second, but we can't skip it, which is a bit annoying. So, if you want to research the game glitch hunt about it, I'm pretty sure there's some bounties on it. So if you like money and you know about glitches, get on this game and you can maybe find Wernicke skip, the famous. So you're gonna do a bit of running here. These gas, what are they called? I can't remember. They're kind of just like gas chambers. But, weird thing about them, kind of like your fun fact here, in main game you can't jump while in them, but in the DLC Whistleblower you actually can jump while in them. Alright, she's jumping into the trigger of opening that door. Now this door's a bit strange, you can kind of just go around it. Now we're going to go straight to turning off and killing Billy, which is law things. Basically, you have to kill this guy. Bit of a funny name. But there's a lot of hitboxes here that are invisible. You saw those like big water chambers, as you can see there. They have huge hitboxes that you can't even touch, which could be cool to skip things if we can kind of just jump over the railing. Over them, but you can't. Which is a shame, but not much you can do about it. She's gonna jump over a railing here to skip going down the stairs. Doing some jumps. Oh, that is a space where doing a B-hop does save a lot of time. Yep, she'll just be doing a bit of running now. Over to the next part, which is called Wires. Wires, it's a very big room. You go up a lot of stairs, you jump over a gap, and then we have the last decently big trick in this game called Superman. So, Superman's an interesting thing to explain. Basically, there's a trigger when you rip out the wires, which she'll do once she gets up the stairs. There's a trigger at the gap jump where you go into a cutscene that's required to finish the game. So instead of running back through a gas chamber and running through a hallway, what we do is we jump on a railing and do a bit of parkour to jump straight into it, which is a cool trick to watch. If I remember correctly, she's going to try B-Hop Superman, which is again frame perfect. So if she does get it, huge congrats to her for that. Alright, just speedrun things, jump over there, saves a bit of time. Right, we have the wires cutscene, and she's then gonna do Superman. Jumping on this railing, jumping back onto there. Oh, she's not gonna do B-Hop Superman. Yeah, just a bit of parkour, and she jumps straight into this cutscene here. This one's actually required to finish the game, because without this, some triggers up ahead aren't actually available. Which is a bit strange. Oh, she's gonna do a quit out, saving those frames. Now, we're actually almost finished with the game. There's about 2 minutes left, and there's a few little tricks. Now we have to go down the stairs. That was a lie. We could just jump off. You can look along this wall to not get a hard fall. And when going on, when clicking that hand, you can skip the animation by crouching. Now we have a long bit here. I can see that Alexis is doing that. Now, Alexis, how are you going to return to your character? Okay, thought so. I was gonna say, because if she couldn't, she'd actually have to go back to straight after Superman, which wouldn't have been good. A bit of a cutscene here. Final thing of the game. Then we have a bit of waddling to the end. Now there's a cutscene we can just skip at the end here. Going up those, that little staircase you can see there triggers a cutscene. But we can climb over the railing right beside it, and, you know, just skip it, which saves quite a bit of time since that is a long cutscene. Then we have one more cutscene after that, and there's just a little beeline to finishing the game. You see, because things happen in the cutscene, we're waddling. She's spamming jump to climb over that railing, and that just completely skips that cutscene, which is really cool. Now there's a huge line along this bit that is a trigger to another cutscene, but we can cut around the corner instead of going straight here, because it'll basically, to put us into the cutscene, it has the position it wants to put us in, so it moves us really fast into that position, so if we enter that cutscene as soon as possible, it's faster to just have the game move it for us. Right, so right along the corner, time will stop when our hand hits the ground, which is right along here. So, any second now, if you're ready, that is time. So there we go, that's Outlast all chapters. She got a checkpoint every single chapter in the game, bit unlucky that she got a little crash there, but that's just not much you can do about it. So good job to her for that. You can see the final cutscene. This doesn't count to the time, but you know, we can watch it. She has the free cam on, so you can watch in third person. Looks pretty interesting.
Do you have time for a quick donation?
Oh, of course.
Pablo NR donated $8.09. This B-Hop Superman was impressive. We are at a total of $158.09. For the people who do not know, Alexis is doing a additional category because we reached a goal for her to do it. She is doing the category extension run of Fuck a Cat, so stay tuned for that.
It's interesting.
Yep. We're just gonna let her reset to go do that, and Quivers will take it back from me, so...
Yep. Alright, so once she's done just deleting her saves here, start, again, just like normal, starts when you start moving, so I'll do a quick countdown. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Starts like normal, you know, just like you're playing the game, but the aim in this category. Now, there's a voice line in this game. And now you may have heard of the saying. It's kind of popular, you may or may not know it. It's a saying that is, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Now, the game, just at the beginning of the male ward chapter, there's one point where a character does a little play on words for that one, and it says, there's more than one way to fuck a cat. Which is interesting to hear, but the genius moderators, years ago, decided, let's create a category for that. Now, I'm not sure what Alexis is doing when there's another skip that she should be doing. Not the one to basement, but, you know, her run. She died there just because of deloading. Weird things. Alright, gonna just go back on the scaffolding like she did in the AC run. Now, you may remember the second chapter, Prison. We're just gonna skip that. Because we're gonna go right over to here, and like you saw in the old chapters run, you can jump into checkpoints of future places of the game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into a checkpoint over at the third chapter, Sewers. So she'll do a door burst here to get just out of bounds quick. Now it's a bit of an interesting jump, hopefully she gets it. There we go, save point. That puts her in Sewers, which saves quite a bit of time, and that's used in this category and Wheelchair to Heaven. So, as you might have seen in the old chapters run, the Sewers route will be basically the same apart from this start bit. Do a door hop to get out of bounds, a bit of different place, and she's gonna just go to the central part that she was at in all chapters. Hopefully she won't fall in bounds or mess anything up here. There we go. Collision's a bit strange. Done the safe strat, I respect that. Alright, so she just has to finish Sewers. And then, it's kind of a little bit of the same thing as all chapters where you do male ward skip, but she actually, instead of completely skipping male ward, she just jumps into the one place where you get that voice line. Now, we have subtitles on, thankfully, so you can see the hilarity. And there is no set time to know when to end the run. There's a room when you'll get that speech line, so I'll let you know when we're in that room, because the time will stop when the subtitle appears. Gonna try and get out of bounds. There we go. Just walking along the walls, because the game kind of just doesn't like to give rooms the top roofs. There we go. She only just got that checkpoint. It was kind of hard to see in the bottom left. Bit of running, then we're at the end of sewers. Alright, so just the same as all chapters, we're gonna do male ward skip. Jumping up these stairs while you're running up them gives you a height boost, and we're gonna do that to get up on a railing. There we go. Oh, she missed it. Hope she can get it again. Jump onto this pipe here. She's gonna do male ward skip where she jumps and deloads and gets on top of there. All that complicated stuff. Doing that uncrouching and jumping to get a bit of speed before the floor above her actually reloads. Right, just gonna move fast. Bit of time to run here since there's nothing above you here. But now she's just going to... First, instead, like just in all chapters, she would have jumped to the right to skip to the end of the Traeger section. Oh. Failed there, just because of reloading things. Yeah, so she'll just jump into the part of the game where you actually get that voice line. She'll be doing it again, so not much I can explain. Kuno, I don't know if there's anything you want to say.
Hey, nothing so far for donations, but just a friendly reminder to everyone that this is a charity event. So, we're
Yeah.
currently at $158. If we hit 200, there's not really an incentive to, but I believe that we can if we all try hard enough. So, besides that, I got nothing.
Alright. So she just messed it up again. It's a bit of a hard trick. Malward and all that. I don't know if you want to get the Outlast trainer up, Alexis. Just a safe spot right before then, so you don't have to do all this again. Yeah, it's a bit of a hard trick. That's why it was an incentive and not a main one. Yep, come on, Alexis. You got this, dude.
Let's can we get a HiG snore just for Alexis?
Of course. Alright, just trying it again and again. Come on, Alexis, you got this. There we go, I'm pretty sure just maybe saved, I don't really remember. There we go, she used the Outlast trainer, which saves your position. Which I'll be using in my run just to make it easier for marathon's sake. Again, going along it, don't want to load the level above her, because then her head will get stuck in it and you just get soft locked, which isn't very good when you're trying to do a speed run. Alright, hopefully she can get it here. On Alexis. Alright, saved her position.
This is the experiment.
There we go. Okay, she got it now. Okay, good job, Alexis. Right, now just going back in bounds to a part that's basically where we get the voice line. So, she just has a little bit of running to do. Time will end soon. As you can see at the bottom, that we have subtitles on, other way. Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. There's the voice line. End time. So, the famous voice line. There's more than one way to fuck a cat. Wise words, if you ask me. Good job to Alexis for getting that trick, finally.
Alrighty. Hey Quivy, I was told, man, Quivers, I was told to make you read chat.
Make me read chat. Let me see this. Um. Oh no.
There's a little text block for you.
Textbook. Okay. Just that one by Lord Joji.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Just wanted to thank everyone for having a great category at the event today, Loveheart. It seriously means a lot for me to see this today, and the excitement I'm experiencing is beyond comprehension. So thank you, Alexis and Quivers. Brings a smile to know this is also for a good cause. So thank you, horrible game. Bit of a tongue twister.
A
Mean
little
it,
bit.
y'all. From what I'm seeing, this will not be a sub 6, but I thank her for trying, and I agree with that. Doing some memes for a cause. What could go wrong? Alright, so I know what's gonna happen now.
I am going to throw us back to setup. Let's all thank Alexis for her amazing run. We are going to Quivers with Outlast Whistleblower 100%, so stay tuned for that. Alexis is going to commentate for us, Pog.
Years of loving, smiling with my eyes. 48 years of memories, neatly tucked away. When daylight dies, I hear them rise and dance upon their grave. What's that sound coming from the dresser on a night as black as pitch? What's that sound coming from the bureau? Do I dare turn on the switch? Bones, them dry bones, all bleached and deathly white. I've got skeletons in my closet, rattling tonight. Cheekbones connected to deceitful, and thereby connected to lies. I love you said indiscriminately, make the sockets for the eyes. The love bones knock against the hate bones, and the fingers click in time. Won't be sleep for the weary tonight, 'cause all those bones are mine. What's that sound coming from the dresser on a night as black
Thank
as
you, Alexis, for the raid of 5 people. Just a reminder to everyone who just came in that this is a marathon for raising money for Child's Play. We are setting up Quivers in the background, so just stay tuned for that. After Quivers' run, it is me running the Hell in Vietnam. I can't really tell you much about that besides